See the efforts away.
Goodwin delivers. Oh, free header back post. And Ryan Kitto, just 30 seconds after he was denied, makes it count. A free header at the back post. Terrible defending from Sydney FC. And the first goal of the new season comes from the head of a veteran.
Well, the Harvey Norman replay shows a pretty routine set up on the edge of the penalty area. Johnny Yole keeping Ocon Exler out of the equation. Alassane Toure couldn't react. And the result is a free header for Ryan Kitto. Maybe not the way they were expecting to score, but certainly they deserved their goal, Adelaide. The inquest begins for Sydney. The questions to the referee begin. The VAR will be poring over that exchange on the edge of the box. Standing Sydney's greater slice of possession in the second half, but not really, outside of Joe Lolley, doing a lot with it.
De Cooley, it's a good run. Oh, it's a great finish. Ethan Allegage. He went and got the ball deep, found De Cooley, continued his run, and then beat Devonish Mears. All ends up at the near post.
Well, the Harvey Norman replay is going to show a Sydney team really slow to react. There's no defensive reaction. And Devonish Mears, who's been great tonight, but be disappointed that he's beaten on his near post in that manner. But really, the lack of resistance from Sydney, which has been on evidence a lot tonight, has bitten them now. Controversy perhaps in the first goal for Kitto. No controversy here. Just a great run forward, a lovely left foot shot up the near post, and Sydney pulled apart, as has been the case repeatedly tonight.
Grant, Lolley, Joe Lolley squares it again. It's there to be hit. Quintal didn't fancy it first time, but they have a goal. Probably fittingly from the left boot of Joe Lolley. And with just over 4 minutes left.
Well, games change the atmosphere completely, don't they? Harvey Norman replay. If there's a Sydney player who deserves something out of the night, it's Joe Lolley. Finally get one on target, the visitors, and Smits can do nothing with that. No criticism of the keeper. He hits it beautifully, the Englishman. It's come late. Maybe it's come in time for Sydney. Let's see if this can rouse.
A very good strike rate. Can Philip Curto come up with the stop and keep MacArthur level? It's O'Shea for the Roar. And it's the Roar in front! Brisbane fans are smiling and jumping in the stands as Jay O'Shea gets the 25-26 season off to a perfect start. Brisbane 1, MacArthur 0.
Outstretched hand, and talk about a penalty. You cannot hit them any better than what Jay O'Shea did there. He makes MacArthur pay, and the roar cry from Valkanis has been, put the roar back into Brisbane, and he's done just that.
The Irishman, who's been through some really tough times. He's been a shining light and a tireless worker. And now there's an outlet pass. Simmons is the answer. And forward go the Wanderers. Hayden Simmons allowed to drive. Now he's got Ugarkovic. First time ball. Barello on the spin. And for the second time in quick succession, it's Ferreira making a block. The through ball here. Barbarouses! What an introduction to the Wonderland fans! Costa Barbarouses. It's taken 10 minutes for the red and black to strike first in 25-26.
Well, Costa Barbarouses on the Harvey Norman replay has picked up exactly where he left off. And it's brilliant play by the Western Sydney Wanderers. Good movement, good patience. The ball in, needed a little bit of innovation about it. But Barbarouses, he's got that instinct. And he's got that ability just to pick out a spot. That's a really clever run. Overcommitted the Melbourne City defence, and he found a little gap, took it. A little toe poke through, but he won't mind. Costa Barbarouses opening his account for A-League season 21.
Deft finish, and off the back of...
That first goal for your new club, returning to a club, is so important.
long ball here. City looking for the answer. Caputo! Parody did not last long, and Max Caputo puts his flag in the ground. And this young striking talent has Melbourne City level in a matter of seconds, and he has levelled this one up.
Well, the Harvey Norman replay again more shows a really well-timed run in over the top from Max Caputo. And where Western Sydney posed the question, Max Caputo has a really clear answer. That's a well-taken finish. Lawrence Thomas gets a fingertip to it. Can't do quite enough, but a talented young player.
Big impact off the bench for Ufitale over the last few seasons. Taggart poking it through. Kaczarski! What a start in the purple of the glory for Jaden Kaczarski.
He's important, he just focuses on his technique. Again, Despotovsky involved. And look at this from Taggart, he knows exactly what he's doing. I think that's fine on the Harvey Norman replay, but look at this, Kaczarski's all about technique. He knows it's the far post that he has to hit, and he does it absolutely brilliantly. Look at this, great stuff from Taggart, down on the chest, volleys it over the last defender, and Kaczarski just puts his laces through it. Oluwayemi with a hand to it, not enough to keep it out of the net. Kaczarski, an instant Perth Glory hero.
A-League debut for the Glory. Despotovsky has had some silky touches. The high line again. It's causing carnage for Wellington. Kaczarski. Taggart. Oluwayemi. Taggart. It's taken him 25 minutes to find the back of the net, or maybe not. The flag comes to Wellington's rescue for the second time.
Perth go forward, Wellington flat on halfway. Look, both defenders are square. Kaczarski, look at the space he's got. He could have gone himself here. Unselfishly plays Taggart in. I'm not sure who is there. And then as it gets deeper, it becomes a 5-4-1.
Eze over the top versus Caltech, gets around him. Eze, oh, what a debut for the Nigerian striker. First match in the A-League for the Knicks. He's also got his first goal.
Well, that is a really, really good finish from Eze. And making some inroads in these last 10 minutes. And on the Harvey Norman replay, there's the ball forward. Good first touch, great second touch, and the third touch was deadly. And it was against none other than Brian Caltech, who is no slouch in those situations. A really good pass from Nagasawa into the path of Eze, and he does the rest.
And we've been discussing it for the last 15 minutes.
Well, to get back and defend that situation.
That's Payne with the early ball. Eze, was he felled illegally? It doesn't matter. It does not matter. Because Carlo Armiento on A-League men's debut with Wellington Phoenix draws them back level from 2-0 down. It is 2-2 in the distance derby.
The ball falls nicely. There it is on the Harvey Norman replay. And it's Tim Payne who swings in a delightful cross. Just puts it into a danger area. Eze and Caltech, not for the first time this evening, come to blows. And it's Armiento with a wonderfully technical finish on the back post with that trusty left foot of his to draw the sides level.
Oh yes, Mossy. We expected goals. We expected entertainment tonight. These two sides, they talked up a big show tonight.
Burgess lurking at the back post. The height of Sujnar there as well. It's a driving kick for Redmayne to punch clear, and Battleado. Oh, that is a superb strike from Alex Battleado. Fresh from the Under-20s World Cup. He's been doing it on the biggest stage internationally. And
Well, the ball into Battleado straight from the free kick was an option as well. On the Harvey Norman replay, you can see Bayliss has gone for the traffic, finds the fists of Andrew Redmayne, who finds the dynamite in the right boot of Alex Battleado. That's a decent way to start your account for the season. A sizzler. Fantastic. Early reward for the armour.
For the Central Coast to level it up in the derby. Alfie McCalmont against James Delianov, and McCalmont makes no mistake from the spot. The Central Coast Mariners are back on level pegging. It's 1-1 in the derby as the Mariners celebrate in front of the Jets fans.
Moragas has been a thorn all game so far. McCalmont's been combative, and he gives it a little leap before the finish to draw things square here, and the derby is alive.
What a time to score your first ever senior penalty, Alfie McCalmont. Well, DiPizio picks up a loose ball, and Miggy DiPizio can make it 2-1. He does. All of a sudden, the F3 derby is turned on its head. And Miggy DiPizio, who missed most of last season.
Well, Harvey Norman replay shows a really composed finish from DiPizio back from his own injury trouble. More flowing locks now than when we last saw him on the football field, but that left foot still as trusting as ever to give the Mariners the lead. And the Jets again, too soft in the duel. It's killing the Jets after their great start. Just not up for the fight.
Here's Wilmering. Wilmering slips. Wilmering takes advantage. Bracco in front of him. Eli Adams. Oh, it's good defending again in the short term by the Mariners. Nathan Ball, but they can't keep Lockie Rose at bay. And the derby has come alive again. With just 10 minutes to play.
Well, off the bench and into a Harvey Norman replay. It's Lockie Rose, who looks like he might have at least partially saved the day. There'll be a half a hint of offside. Maybe no. It'll be checked anyway. Eli Adams can't make a definitive finish, but it was blocked. And as things were to play out from there, it falls to Lockie Rose, who slices the ball home past Redmayne before taking his bow in front of the Jets faithful.
Quickly taken goal kick as well from Redmayne as they look to go up the other end. They might score here, Nico Duarte! The Central Coast Mariners will go on and win the F3 derby from one end to the other. It was jubilation for the Jets as Thea Harris gave away the penalty, but it was short-lived. And at the other end,
Harvey Norman replay. It's a long Hail Mary. The Jets don't deal with it. It's another up and under. Delianov completely mucks it up. Duarte is just too committed to the ball. Glenn, this is utter madness. Put me in a rubber truck and get me home. Redmayne saves the day. Duarte finishes the deal for the Mariners in the derby. A more ridiculous, remarkable set of circumstances you'll probably never see in this fixture.
Well, I said with less than 10 to go in normal time, there were plenty of